Here we go, week 1 of the NFL preseason. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion to the left. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. The Rams have it. And he's going to score. Do you believe this start? Opening minute of the game. Fumble recovery and a touchdown. And that is the dream start for this defense on the opening drive. They get the first points of the game for their team.
You know, Mike, every team, they have an opening drive script. So what it is, it's the plays they feel best about. Pass, run, establish a little rhythm, and get your players into the game a little bit. Here they are executing their opening script, something they've done all week long. They cough the ball up, scoop, score, and you couldn't have drafted a worse start for this offense.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie, here's Devon Achane. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. In motion, it's Waddle. They'll stay on the ground with Achane, and he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Tua. That one knocked away and incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Third and long. Here's Tua. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but there are 1, 2, 3 flags on the field. I don't think this is going to stand. The crowd does not agree with that call. Boos ring out. Doesn't matter. Not going to change it. It's a first down.
All right, come on.
Tua going to give it to Achan. And let's give him about 4 on that one. David Long there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. In motion, it's Waddle. They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. First carry here for Kyren Williams. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Williams. And he'll get this close to the 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. A gain there of 11. Good for a Rams 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did. This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
3rd and long. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll return it from the 11. Oh, how about the coverage there? Met and dropped before he can get a return going. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's A-10. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up to the 22.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Once again, it's A-10. Peeling forward for maybe a yard. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the handoff, this is A-10. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's a 3rd down and 4. A shotgun snap for Tua. Now a shot here, deep middle. He's got it! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 72 yards. Touchdown, Miami. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone. It's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play. Here comes 3rd and 6. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Here's Ethan Evans now. And he'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. First and 10. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And this will be knocked out. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Usually a sign of a hold. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This returnable from inside his own 40. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Pretty good throw there by the 4th-round pick. It is a 1st down. He'll look to throw. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Got an open downfield on the crossing route. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has
to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Rams. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams will move out to a 14-7 lead. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. Second down and 8. Now, faking the give. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Here's Jake Bailey now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That's his second touchdown tonight. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. Oh, he's still on his feet. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 70 yards. Touchdown, Miami. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Cora. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop them. That will be no gain on the screen. Catch made, right side by Wilson. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly had the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Little backyard football here by the quarterback. It looked like he was running around the playground in his early days. The disruption of the timing early was the key, and from that point on, him and his receiver just unable to get on the same page.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Open man, left side. He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, he's able to get back on it, so not only will it not be a turnover, but in fact, the drive keeps going. It's a first down. Back to the air one more time. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Back to the air once more on second down. Thrown left side, the catch is made, and he'll be out of bounds at the 5. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 2 now, here's second and goal. They'll run with Brooks. A dive, and he's in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. We call it the octopus, and it cuts the deficit down a bit further. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Back to throw. Rolling down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. that is brought in at the 10. And he's into the end zone. Tyquan Thornton. Touchdown, L.A. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Quick hitting slant there. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass. And he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Tony, the man in motion. He'll look to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This one from 43 yards away. Gay's kick is good. And the Dolphins are back within a score. They trail now by 6.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you over to Orlando, our EA Sports halftime report with the coach. Jonathan, all yours. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. The motion man here is Wilson. A run out of the gun with Cora. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing now from the gun. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
3rd and long. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The Rams punting unit coming out. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa! Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. And special teams changes the momentum. Right after a 3-and-out, you think you're getting the ball back instead. Not just a turnover, Greg, but a touchdown the other way.
Yeah, and you can just see their body language. The wind has come out of their sails. The offense is fired up. Great job, defense. You force a 3-and-out, and you got your helmet on. You think you're about to take the field and get a possession. Next thing you know, disaster strikes. Not only the turnover, Mike, the scoop score, and they take it back for 6.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Another try with Brooks. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Now, faking the give. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And the offense are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. They'll try to sneak it here. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Dolphins. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted.
I think you chalked this one up, Mike, to just mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
On 1st and 10, here's Brooks. Finding room to the 20. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Miami. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Gay to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Dolphins will even the score here in the 3rd. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Corum. A hit, and he has lost the football. And the defense has it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage. And I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself. And in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
Here's 2nd and 6. That is Ferguson in motion. Play clock nearly expires as they set up to... Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. What a play by the defense in a tie game. Not only do they come up with the turnover, Greg, they score the touchdown and take the lead.
And that's just a mistake, Mike, at this point in the game that you just cannot make on offense. You find yourself in a game that could go either way, and you just gift wrap the opposing team a chance to take it back the other way and take the lead.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. That is Ferguson in motion. They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Down the sideline, past the 45.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Handoff, running left is Brooks. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On second down, it's Brooks. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
Tony, the man in motion. Now this time they'll look to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. That his second touchdown tonight. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best.
Now remember, all scoring plays are reviewed. Tight game, tight call. They're going to take a good long look at this one. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drop. On a blitz, overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack, second down big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in third and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
Throwing now on third and long. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Tony, the man in motion. A handoff. It's Brooks running right. And that's going to get closed up quickly. He'll get only to the 37. Here's 2nd and 9. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They put a receiver in motion to the left. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Gonna need a big play now. 3rd down and long. Back to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They needed 16, and it's exactly what they got. By a whisker. Enough for a 1st down.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
The hole closes quickly. They'll pick up about 3. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. Here is 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. He's got it at the 7. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. Here is 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Miami. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Dolphins will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Here's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Unloads downfield looking for Nakua.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Back to the air one more time. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go on the clock.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game, and I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. So a win here for the It's been the home of the Chiefs since 1972. GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go from KC. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Set to go now on first and 10.
43, 15.
Mahomes going to start this one with a throw. This one is caught by Hollywood Brown. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page. And when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. But just shy of midfield.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Jackson. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
That is left side and caught by Flowers. A pickup there of 13. First down, Baltimore. Play action now. Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Again, it's Jackson. That's taken in. It's Tiz Walker. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. First and 10. To the air one more time with Jackson. This throw, right side, taken in by Ridley. First reception for the man who enters the week as the NFL's leader in receiving yards. This one, good for a first down. Jackson up top again. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Third and a yard. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Ravens.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
Yellow. Attack, attack.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Yellow. Hey, 15, 15, 15. Martin.
Play action here. Mahomes. Open man downfield. It's Rice. 23 yards on that pass play. And the Chiefs have a first down.
Yellow. Martin.
Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
15, yellow, 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 yellow.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. We'll try
Hey, 15,
again.
15,
It's
15.
2nd and 10.
Yellow. Right side.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. Right side.
Here's Pacheco. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal.
Yellow. Right side.
One more time with Pacheco. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball.
Good blocking, and he's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Hey. Hey. Sit up.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll go right and find his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
It's on.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Lamar going to work from the pistol. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Hey, middle.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Catch made there, left side by Walker. And he will score. Tez Walker. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Brown now to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Hey, rip list. Far side.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. And he'll take it on in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
Quick, ready? Hey, Alpha, slide! Hey, nice shot! 13. Nice shot!
A first down throw for Jackson. This one complete downfield to Walker. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker for the point after. His kick is good. And the Ravens will even the score. It's now 21-all. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Easy. Yellow.
On first down, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
15.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. Again, working deep downfield. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up third down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Second down, Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Another shot at it from the 9. Second down and goal. Now it's Jackson. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Third and goal for Jackson. That is caught.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Who wants it more here? Fourth and goal from the 1. Throwing Jackson. And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on 4th and goal.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone. And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Yellow.
That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Fight on these two.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's to the right side and incomplete.
And this is what happens when you can pair a really good pass rush with a really stingy secondary. Marrying the two together, not only to change his launch point, but not give the quarterback anywhere to go with the ball.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Hey, 57. Hero 15.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 75 yards. Touchdown, Kansas City. Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Now, Jackson. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau.
Shepard now from the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
Ready, set. 18, Pioneer. Set. Ready.
Love going to throw right away. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Got it. Ready.
Love now. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets
well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him. On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. Returning it is Moore. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Hey, 43.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Yellow. Bison.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
That's laid out deep for Rice.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Rashee Rice.
73 yards.
And the Chiefs are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Shepard now from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. He has it complete to Christian Watson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Throwing. Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Buying time to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Felix Anudike Uzama, the man to get home for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Love looking to throw it. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Yellow. Hey, 57, watch out.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Thirty-eight-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Yellow. Watch out.
A quick throw caught by Rice. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
That's into the hands of Worthy. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Fall down these two. Watch out.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. first and 10. Here's Pacheco. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's Pacheco once again. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his...
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. To throw now. Here's Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Love. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the Packers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
There you go, partner. That's some old school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser at fullback and let him get the job done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Love. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
This could be the turning point.
From the 22 now, here's a 2nd and 4. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Running left to give to Pacheco. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Lucas Van Ness in there on the tackle.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. To throw, it's Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Pacheco headed right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 3rd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Butker on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half, Love. And this one is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Mahomes going to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sky Moore. 57 yards. And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Hey, Sunday, on Sunday.
Throwing now is Mahomes. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Butker's kick here is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
At least we helped them out of the end zone.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay, we got to block it next time. Block it.
To keep the points off the board.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving the...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Pacheco gets it and tries the left side.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. And they take a knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Play fake. Here's Love.
That's to Kraft, the tight end.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Love now. Staying on his feet.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
What are you doing? You are looking at the ball.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Going back to Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Joshua Williams
Able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On play action, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go. Mustang 19. Cut 19. Cut 19.
Throwing. Love. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Second and 10.
Love looking to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let it fly. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But It's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. To throw now. Here's Love. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he's got it. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Now, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is down to 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Kansas City, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin.